From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for August 24th, 2017. I'm Lauren Harkson.
And I'm Sarah Singletary. Thank you for joining us this evening. The college football season is nearly upon us, and it's pretty obvious that residents all over the state have their favorite teams. Go Trojans. However, regardless of your team colors, Governor Kay Ivey is looking for some statewide support of your favorite teams. Sarah Drake has that story from our Montgomery News Bureau.
Mascots and student government leaders from all 14 public universities in Alabama gathered on the steps of the state capitol Thursday afternoon for the 2017 College Colors Day proclamation signing. SGA President Ashley Morris explains what the day is all about.
Today we're out on the state capitol celebrating College Colors Proclamation Day, which is an awesome event where the governor holds a press conference and all of the university mascots are out here to promote higher education and to promote College Colors Day, which is on September 1st this year.
Governor Kay Ivey's new initiative to support higher education is called Strong Start, Strong Finish, and she hopes to show the importance of higher education through College Colors Day on September 1st.
Through Strong Start, Strong Finish, we will ensure that our students finish high school, graduate, and earn an early post-secondary certificate so they can find work in their home state of Alabama.
If you don't know what College Colors Day is, Morris describes how you can get involved on September 1st.
College Colors Day is a day where all the universities, everyone on campus wears their college colors that day. So this year is September 1st, and we are super excited because it's a great way for us to express our Trojan pride at Troy and just our support for higher education in general.
And Morris informs students of the importance of why they should wear their college colors on that day.
It's so important because it's a great way for us to show our legislators through social media that we care about our education at Troy University and we care about higher education in general.
So whether you say Roll Tide, War Eagle, or Go Trojans, Ivy encourages every student in the state of Alabama to support their schools by sporting their colors.
Thank you, Governor, for recognizing the public universities with this proclamation and for all you do.
In Montgomery, Sarah Drake, Troy TrojanVision News.
Once again, College Colors Day is next Friday. You're encouraged to wear the colors of your favorite college team.
While people from around the state will wait until next week to celebrate their favorite football teams, Troy took care of business this afternoon. Residents flocked to a downtown for a kickoff party for all of the local teams. Anna Kate Patterson has the action from the square.
Troy residents met on the town square Thursday to kick off football season with a brown bag lunch. The head coaches at Troy University, Charles Henderson and Pike Lib, spoke, along with Mayor Jason Reeves and Chancellor Jack Hawkins. Reeves says this annual event is a good way to bring the town together and show support.
Football is a huge part of life in the South, and especially life in Troy. So we're excited about today. We're excited about the start of football season. As I said earlier, it brings families and friends and communities together, and they enjoy, rooting for the Trojans and rooting for their high school teams. And so this is a great event, a good way to kick it off, to allow people to, become aware of what's going on and to get excited.
Coach Brown says the Trojans are looking forward to a challenging but successful season with the support of the Troy community.
We play a challenging schedule. Our Sun Belt Conference is going to be much improved. September 9th is our home opener against Alabama State, and 45 minutes away. They're going to bring a great band. It's going to be a great environment. We're looking forward to selling out our stadium for the first time since it's been renovated, and it's going to be a great evening for football here in Troy, Alabama.
I also spoke to Bob Hill, a Troy University alumnus who says he enjoys supporting the Trojans and encouraging the students.
This is something that we try to support our city, our team, and especially the young people, because I want them to be inspired to do the best and be the best.
Pike Lib opened their season with a win last Friday night, and Charles Henderson opens this Friday night in a rivalry game against Pike County. Anna Kate Patterson, Troy TrojanVision News.
And of course, the Troy Trojans will kick things off next Friday against Boise State. We will hear more about how the team is preparing later in sports.
Troy University's Common Reader Initiative encouraged the campus to rally around one novel for the school year. And while the initiative ended a while back, the English department is still working toward promoting reading around campus. Nathaniel Rodriguez has more on the department's latest effort.
The Troy University English Department has announced that a new book club is coming to campus. This announcement came Wednesday afternoon during the 48th English Department Forum on Language and Literature. The club is called Cover to Cover and was formed to bring back student interest in literature after the end of the Common Reader Initiative, a program that chose books for incoming freshmen to read in their orientation courses.
Unlike the Common Reader Initiative, there are no papers for Cover to Cover. It is just come as you are, wear a t-shirt and flip-flops. You don't have to get up to make your 8 a.m. class. You don't have to cart around this book for an entire semester. You read the book, you come and discuss, and then we move on.
In total, Cover to Cover will discuss 17 books this school year, books that McGladdery said a student might not find in a classroom setting.
All 17 of these texts that we have chosen are books that will never be on a reading list for a class. They're all challenged books, or they're all too new or too recent, or they're all too old or too extreme to be included on a reading list for a standard literature class.
Should students want to participate in Cover to Cover, they can find the books here at the University Library, the Troy Public Library, or the bookstore across the quad from where I'm currently standing. However, if they cannot find the books at these places for whatever reason, Cover to Cover does have an alternative.
We do have 10 copies of each text available for each month's meetings, and all you have to do is shoot me that Facebook message, and that copy of that book is yours as long as you're in the first 10 people, and we will just rent it out to you, we will sign it out to you, and you just read it.
Cover to Cover will hold their meetings on Tuesdays twice a month, with the next one being on September 12th. Nathaniel Rodriguez, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And if you're interested in Cover to Cover and want to know more, you can search Cover to Cover Book Club at Troy on Facebook. College students usually jump at the chance to save a little money, especially when it comes to entertainment. The University Activities Council tries to help out by offering discounted movies periodically at Continental Cinemas.
However, this semester, the traditional dollar movie night got a little more expensive, but as Kawana Clark shows us, a doubled price will mean double the opportunities for movies.
Lights, camera, action. University Activities Council sponsored $2 movie night is back for Troy University students who are wanting to watch current movie releases.
Night is $2 movie night, and what that is an event that we host every single semester. It's definitely the crowd favorite. We used to have it as $1 movie night, and it was once every month, but we have since changed it to $2 movie night and made it twice a month now so that students can have double the fun, maybe double the price, but it's definitely a lot more well received.
UAC tested a $2 movie night towards the end of last semester, but Russo says this is one of the biggest turnouts.
So far, there's just under 1,000 students that bought tickets at Troy University at the kiosks that we provide in the Trojan Center. And then I would say that roughly about 200 students have came and bought tickets at Continental Cinemas. So that brings us to about 1,200 students just for the first showing. So that's a really impressive number, and we're really excited to see how the rest of the night goes.
Although the price increased to $2, that didn't stop students who used to pay only $1 from coming.
I still come here because, it used to be $1 and it's $2 now, so that's not real expensive.
It's still cheaper than anywhere else you can go, like on a other regular night. And I just love coming, hanging out with my friends, seeing a cheap movie, something that's new that just came out.
Freshman students who are experiencing $2 movie night for the first time are just impressed with what Troy has offered them so far.
I really like the experience, the freshman experience right now. We have a lot of fun each and every day. Handle our business first, but I like the fun that we have.
Oh, it's a daggone real big bargain because all I had was $2 in my pocket today, and somebody told me they were like, you can buy a movie with that.
The next $2 movie night will be September 6th. Kawana Clark, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The next UAC event will be at Camp Butter and Egg.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Good evening, Trojan fans, and welcome to your TrojanVision Sports. I'm Seth Hawk. The Trojan soccer team had a bumpy start to their home schedule, but are looking for some redemption tomorrow night. The Trojans lost their first home match of the season last Friday to Mercer. They hit the road for a pair of matches, picking up their first win of the Jed O'Connor era at Alabama State on Tuesday. Tomorrow night, the Trojans return to the friendly confines of the Trojan Soccer Complex to welcome Murray State. The Trojans will look to even their home record with a win against the Racers. Troy and Murray State will face off tomorrow night at 5 p.m. at the Trojan Soccer Complex. Admission is free, and you can't beat free. And the Trojan soccer team aren't the only ones getting used to playing under a new head coach. The volleyball team will play their first ever match under new head coach Josh Lauer this weekend. The first match in the Lauer era will be against North Florida tomorrow afternoon in Columbia, South Carolina. The Trojans will take part in the Gamecock Invitational, where they will face North Florida, Mercer, and host team South Carolina. On the way back to Trojan territory, the team will make a pit stop in Kennesaw, Georgia, for a Sunday match against the Owls of Kennesaw State. But first on their plate are the Ospreys of North Florida tomorrow at 3:30. To keep up with the game and for other Trojan volleyball news, you can follow the volleyball team on Twitter at Troy Trojans VB. Once again, that is Troy Trojans VB. Now, let's look from the volleyball court to the gridiron as the season opener against the Boise State Broncos is drawing closer and closer. There are some similarities between the Trojans and the Broncos just by looking at the end of both teams' 2016 seasons. Both teams finished with an overall 10-3 win-loss record. And if that isn't odd enough, both teams finished third in their respective conferences, and both teams had the same away win-loss record of 4 wins and 2 losses. And to top it all off, both Troy and Boise State were nationally ranked at some point last year. And it's the similarities between the two teams which head coach Neil Brown says makes this a good series.
And to me, that is the premier group of 5 program in the country right now. And they've proven it probably over a 10 to 15 year span. And that's where we want to take Troy. And to be able to get there, we've got to compete against those guys. So it's a 2-year series that we're really looking forward to.
The Trojans will kick off their season at Boise State on September 2nd. Kickoff will be at 2:45 p.m. Central Time.